Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to VBR Mathematics Learning Channel. Today I am going to explain about Karnataka State Board SSLC Maths Model Question Paper 1 2024 and 25. So in this, the first main you already know, that is choose the correct answer. In this main they are given first main, it is four alternatives are given for each of the following questions or incomplete statement. Choose the correct answer alternatives and write the complete answer along with its letter of alphabet. So in this question they are given the four options. So you have to write the option as well as answer for the question. So question number one is the HCF of 5 square into 2 and 2 power 5 into 5 is. Here they are given four options. The first one is 2 into 5. Second one is 2 power 5 into 5. The third one is 5 square into 2 power 6. Fourth one is 2 power 5 into 5 square. So in this the question you can observe here which are the common factors here. In the first one is also 5 is the common, second one is also 5 is the common one. So next common factor it is 2. Here also 2 is there. So the main two common factors are 5 and 2. So here 2 into 5 is the correct answer for the first question. So 2 5 is a 10. So you can multiply these two. 5 square is 25. 25 into 2 will get 50. Here 2 power 5 will get uh, 8 into 4, 8 4 32. 32 into 5 is 5 2 is a 10. 5 3 is a 50. 160 you will get for this one, and for this you will get 50. So in this 160 and 50 you will get 10 as a common factor. So 5 into 2 is the correct answer. So next one it is second question. You can observe here the first sum of first n natural numbers is. So this is the direct question, direct formula. Here they are given four options. So you should not get the confused here. So they are given option A is n into n plus 1, option B is n into n plus 2 divided by 2, and option C is n into n plus 1 by 2, and option D is n into n minus 1. So many of you'll get confusion here in option B and option C. You should observe here the direct formula for sum of n. First n natural numbers is n into n plus 1 by 2. This is the correct answer. Here for your confusion they are given here to get confused to you, n into n plus 2 by 2. So that this is the not correct answer. C is the correct one, n into n plus 1 by 2. This is the direct formula. So you can write it here. So next one it is third question. In a pair of linear equations, a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0, which of the following situation cannot arise? So you can observe here which of the following situation cannot arise. So which one is cannot arise? Which situation is cannot arise for these two linear equations? So you should observe the options properly. So you already know to find the nature of the roots. Um, the conditions should satisfy the given linear equation, that is a1 by a2 that is not equal to b1 by b2, and a1 by a2 that is equals to b1 by b2 that is not equal to c1 by c2. And third option is a1 by a2 that is equals to b1 by b2 that is equals to c1 by 2, c1 by c2. These three options what they are given in option A, B and C, these three situations can arise to find out the nature of the roots for given linear equation. But option D, that is option D, that is A1 is equals to A2, that is B1 is equals to B2 and C1 is equals to C2, which is not arise in these two equations to find out the nature of these roots. So that here the question is which situations cannot arise, that means option D is the correct answer. So next question, the number of zeros of the polynomial y is equals to p of x in the given graph. That is here, when you find out the number of zeros for the given polynomial using the graphical representation, it is very easy. That means you should observe the graphical representation where the graph touches the x-axis, where the graph touches the x-axis. In how many points it is touching the x-axis or intersecting the x-axis? How many points? 1, 2, 3. That means x values you are getting. Zeros is nothing but x values are solution of the polynomial. That means here the graph is touches the x-axis at 3 points. That means you have 3 x values for the given polynomial. That means that is the number of zeros. So how many zeros you'll get here? 1, 2 and 3. So the correct answer is here. They are given 4 options. We already know the graph is touching the x-axis at 3 points, so that the zeros of the polynomial is 3. So next one, fifth question is x into x plus 2. X into, question number 5 is x into x plus 2 is equals to 6 is a, they are given 4 options. Is a linear equation, quadratic equation, cubic polynomial or quadratic polynomial. First you simplify this equation, x into x plus 2. So multiply x inside the bracket, you'll get x into x is x square plus 2 into x is 2x. You take this x to left hand side, becomes minus x square plus 2x minus 6 is a dash. It is a quadratic equation. It is not a linear equation. Linear equation means, that means it is a, the degree is 1. So here the degree you are getting is x into x, that is x square you are getting. So 2 is the degree, so it is a quadratic. Cubic means 3, quadratic polynomial, that means the power should be, or the degree should be 4. So here the power of the variable is 2. So it is a quadratic equation, that is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Okay. So here the next question, sixth one is, in the figure, triangle PQR is similar to triangle ABC. So you observe the triangles, triangle PQR is similar to triangle ABC. The pair of corresponding sides in the following is. So here you have to find out the pair corresponding sides. They are given 4 options. Here one pair they are given. Another 3 pairs it is wrong. Okay, so you should find out the correct pair of corresponding sides in the following. So here observe the figure. Here the angle P is corresponds to the angle A. When these two triangles are similar, their sides are, the corresponding sides are equal, as well as the corresponding angles are equal. Angle P is equals to angle A, angle R is equals to angle C, and angle Q is equals to angle B. So these are the corresponding angles. But here the corresponding sides in the following is. So you observe, for this angle P, PQ is the side. For this angle A, AB is the side. PQ and AB are corresponding sides. Those two are equal. And also QR. The side QR is corresponds to the side BC. Side QR is corresponds to side BC, and side PR is equals to the side AC. So here you observe PQ and AB are the corresponding sides. PQ and AB are the corresponding sides. Yes, they are corresponding sides because these two are corresponding triangles. So that PQ is corresponds to AB, and they are given PR and AB. Is PR and AB is corresponding sides? PR and AB? No. This PR is corresponds to this AC. You observe the angles, you'll get an idea. So next one is QR and AC. QR and AC is the corresponding sides? No. QR is corresponding to BC. Okay, so next one is PR and BC. They are given PR and BC. PR and BC. So now it is not a corresponding sides. PR is corresponding to AC. Okay, observe the angles, you'll get an idea, and these two are similar. So that the correct answer is here. PQ is corresponds to side AB. Okay. So next one, sin square A minus cos square A is equals to. So you should know the trigonometric identities here. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. So here sin square A minus cos square A, they are given. You should observe the sign also. If you write 1, it is wrong. So here they are given sin square A minus cos square A. If you write here sin square A minus cos square A, sin square A plus sin cos square A is equals to 1. If you take, suppose I'll write it here. So sine square A that is equals to 1 minus cos square A. So we can write like this. So here sin square A plus cos square A is equals to 1. When you take cos square A to right hand side becomes minus cos square A. Here instead of this sin square A we can write 1 minus cos square A. So if you substitute 1 minus cos square A and again you write minus cos square A as it is. So minus cos square A minus cos square A you'll get minus 2 cos square A. So option B is the correct answer here, because sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. When you substitute for sin square, you'll get here 1 minus cos square, so 1 minus 2 cos square A. Okay. So next one, it is the sum of probability of all the elementary events of a random experiment is. That is, for sum of probability of all the elementary events of random experiment is always 1. Option C is the correct answer. So this is the direct question. So next, second main, this is the first main what we are discussed now, that is multiple choice question. So here they were given 4 options, but in the second main it is one word answer, that is answer all the following questions. Second main it is answer all the following questions. In this each question carries 1 mark. It is 8 questions are there. Here no options. You have to write a complete answer for these questions. So first one it is find the value of b. If the pair of linear equations 2x plus by is equals to 8 and 2 into 2x plus 3y is equals to 16 as infinite solutions. So they are given the conditions for this linear equation. They are given two pair of linear equation and also they are given the condition these two have infinite solutions. So if you know the conditions for this, so here, I already told the questions here. This one is we have to write and solve this main. So here I've written all the solutions and I'll explain how you got the answer. For infinite solution, we got the condition, we have the condition that is in the first main in the multiple choice question. I already explained about three different conditions, different situations for uh, linear equations. So here one of the condition or situation, that is when the two linear equations have infinite solution, that should satisfy this condition, that is nothing but a1 by a2 that is equals to b1 by b2 that is equals to c1 by c2. So here in the first equation is 2x plus by is equals to 8 and the second equation is 2 into 2x plus 3y is equals to 16. So here A1 value is 2 and B1 value is B. They're not given the B1 value. So you should find out the B value, that is you write it as B and C1 is 8. So in this second equation you observe here we can cancel 2 ones are 2 eights are. When you cross multiply this one 16 by 2, so 2 ones are 2 eights are. So we can write this equation as 2x plus 3y is equals to 8. Here you write A2, B2 and C2 value. So A2 is equals to 2 and B2 is equals to 3 and C2 is equals to 8. When you apply A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 in the given condition, that is A1 by B1, A1 by A2, that is A1 is 2, A2 is 2, 2 by 2 that is equals to B1 is B by B2 is 3 and C1 is 8, C2 is 8. So 2 by 2 is cancelled, 8 by 8 is will get 1. So by B by 3 that is equals to 1 by 1. You can write B is equals to 3 or B1 is equals to 3. Or if this is one more question, you can observe here 2x plus by is equals to 8, 2x plus 3y is equals to 8. You can, if you observe these two what is that equations, if you observe these two equation in place of b you'll get 3 here. Directly you can write b1 is equals to 3. Okay, so next third 10th question we can observe here. So 10th question is write the degree of the polynomial p of x is equals to degree of the polynomial p of x is equals to 5x cube minus 3x square plus 12x minus 8. You already know degree of the polynomial is nothing but the highest power of the equation, highest power of the variable in the given quadratic equation or given polynomial is whether it may be quadratic or any polynomial. But here the degree of the variable is x, highest power of the x is 3. So that the degree of the given polynomial is 3. So you can write one sentence here. The highest power of the variable is 3. So that degree of the polynomial is 3. This is the 1 mark question. So next one you observe here, 11th one. If sine A is equals to root 3 by 2 and cos A is equals to 1 by 2, then find the value of tan A. So here sin A and cos A they are given. Sin A is root 3 by 2 and cos A is equals to 1 by 2. So you should find out the value of tan A. So we already know sin A by cos A formula. Tan A is equals to sin A by cos A. Sin A is root 3 by 2 and cos A is equals to 1 by 2. So tan A is equals to sin A by cos A. Sin A what they are given, you substitute here root 3 by 2 divided by cos A is 1 by 2. So root 3 by 2 into if you take this 1 by 2 to numerator, it becomes 2 by 1. So here 2 get cancelled. Root 3 by 1 is root 3. Therefore, tan A is equals to root 3. This is the tan A value. Okay. So next one, 12th question is write the empirical relation between the measures of central tendency, mean, median, mode. This is also direct question here. So here you have to write the empirical formula for central tendency, that is 3 median that is equals to mode plus 2 mean. This one you have to remember the central tendency relation between the median, mode and mean. Okay, 3 median that is equals to mode plus 2 mean. This is also direct question, so you should practice all the formulas. So 13th question, express the quadratic equation. Express the quadratic equation, that is x plus 1 by 2 that is equals to 3 by x in the standard form. Quadratic equation standard form, that is nothing but ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. That means the power of the variable should be 2. This is the very easiest question. You should cross multiply here x plus 1 into x and 3 into 2 and simplify, you'll get the equation here. So x plus 1 into x. So when you cross multiply x plus 1 into x and 3 into 2, so x into x is x square plus x into 1 is x and 3 2s are 6 you'll get. If you take the 6 to left hand side, it becomes minus 6. This is in the form of quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. That is x square plus x minus 6. Okay. So next one it is, next question, 14th question. Find the distance between the points 6, 8 from the origin. So from the origin, here they are given 1 point, that is 6, 8. From the origin, you should find out the distance. This is also very easy problem. This is the direct question. So from the origin means the point should be 0, 0. You have to find out, use the distance formula and find out the distance here. X1, Y1 is 0, 0 and X2, Y2 is 6, 8. You should take the distance formula is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Here x2 is 6 minus 0 whole square plus y2 is 8 minus 0 whole square. So 6 minus 0 means 6 square, 8 minus 0 means 8 square. 6 square is 36 plus 8 square is 64. 36 plus 64 will get 100. Square root of 100 value is 10 units. So this is the distance between the points and origin. Okay. So next, last question, not last question, 15th one. In the figure, triangle PQ and triangle ROS, triangle POQ and this triangle ROS. Here this PQ is parallel to SR. PQ is parallel to SR. If PQ is to SR is equals to 1 is to 2. The ratio they are given, PQ and SR ratio, that means that is 1 is to 2. Then find OS is to OQ. OS is to OQ. Here they are given the condition, that is triangle POQ and triangle ROS. These two are similar and PQ is parallel to RS. So by using Thales theorem, all the sides are same proportion when the two triangles are similar. That is PQ is to RS is 1 is to 2. Then OQ is to OS. The ratio of these two sides also same. That is 1 is to 2 only. So by using Thales theorem, you have to write according to Thales theorem, OS is to OQ is equals to 1 is to 2. Because this is the one mark question, you have to write the complete answer. Okay. So next one, last question in this main. The circumference of the circular base of a cylinder is 44 centimeter and its height. Here they are given the circumference of the circular base of a cylinder. They are given 44 centimeter and the height, and its height is 10 centimeter. Find the curved surface area of the cylinder. So you should know the formulas. I already told math is nothing but if you know the formulas, you'll get 25% from the formula only. You'll get the marks here. So they are given circumference of the circular base, that is 2 pi r value. They are given, that is circumference, means the formula for circumference is 2 pi r, that is 44, and the height h value they are given 10 centimeter. Then CSA of cylinder, direct formula, CSA of the cylinder is equals to 2 pi RH. If you multiply 2 pi RH, that is 2 pi r 44 and s 10. CSA of the cylinder is 2 pi RH. 2 pi r value they are given 44 into h value they are given 10. 44 into 10 is 440 centimeter square. This is the things what we are discussed in today's class. So in the next video, I'll continue in the next third main. So this is any doubts in this first and second main, you can write it in the comment so that I can clarify your doubts. If you like this video, please subscribe and like my video. Thank you for listening.